Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Teal here, and we did it. We finished Inktober. No matter how far you got, if you did anything at all, good job. Doing Inktober was amazing. I was always afraid of it. I always came into it at the wrong time, so I didn't even bother trying, and I feel so inspired to make more work. I'm so happy that I tried ink. This has been an amazing month of making work and sharing it and seeing the work that other people have shared. It's an incredible feeling. I'm excited for Huevember. I'm not going to participate. But I'm just excited to see what people are going to create. But yeah, let's get into the last 5 from the last week of Inktober. So the first prompts were dark and Bocchetto. And Bocchetto is gazing into the distance, like kind of absent-mindedly. And this image came into my head immediately, and I don't know why. I don't know how I got there. But I thought of a girl who's young, who in their eyes is like, I guess, reflected a paper airplane flying. So I did that. It's really hard to see because this is a small painting, and it's the amount of human body that I put into it doesn't allow for the eyes to be too big. So you have to really zoom in to see the airplane. But I thought that was a nice touch. And then for coat and eunerophrenia, eunerophrenia means the peaceful state of mind after a pleasant dream. And wow, I had no idea how to pair this with coat. What do you even do? Coat and the pleasant state of mind when you wake up or after a pleasant dream. So I was thinking of this haunting figure who has a coat on, but I realized how difficult it is to actually see the silhouette of a coat. So we ended up with this, and it's okay. I'm not excited about it. Some of the Inktober pieces just have to be done, you know? And then ride and nyctophilia. Nyctophilia means the love of night, which I have the opposite. I'll have to figure out what the love of day is. Let me see. I'm not finding it. If you guys can find what a word that means the love of daytime, which would be the opposite of this, let me know. Drop it in the comments below. So the love of night. Wow, I don't like nighttime. I don't like winter because it's so dark all the time, especially because I work during daylight hours. So when I'm leaving to get to work, and oftentimes when I'm coming home from work, it's dark in the winter, and it's just, it's terrible, very terrible. But when it's sunny almost all day long in the summer, it's amazing. But I thought about how in Florida, I used to work on a film set for my old art teacher from elementary school, and we would drive on the highway And there's this one part of the highway that has a ton of streetlights, and it's relaxing, but it's almost dizzying to run through the streetlights so quickly. So I thought about that. So I put a single streetlight in the road to reflect, the love of night and darkness. Why would you have a whole bunch of lights if you like the dark? So I only put one, and then I made it kind of like the hint of the moon, of a new moon up in the sky. This perspective was really difficult. I had trouble in the initial sketch. I had trouble in the sketch for the final piece, and I had trouble inking it. I am, though, very proud of my shading of the face. I was very lost at first, and it came together, and I lost my reference. So when I was painting this, I lost my reference, and I'm so proud. I really, really love this one. The prompts were injured and killing. And killing is a feeling of exhilaration or elation. And it came together really nicely. It feels clean. I don't really have anything to say about this one. I love it so much. And then we have Catch and Crown. Crown's easy, but Catch, the first thing I thought of was a bird cage and bird, like a bird being caught. And I was going through and thinking like what birds would have a crown, and I thought about when I went to like a college during high school, and they had a canal up in the front of the university, and there were so many different types of birds. And there was one day I would go out here often to look at the birds, and there was one day a turkey vulture flew at me, and I lost my mind. It didn't attack me or anything, but it definitely swooped down, got very close to me, and I definitely left right after that. So I thought a vulture would be a funny thing to put in a crown because they're such ugly creatures and they eat dead things, and to have it crowned, it just seems funny to me. So that's what I did. I crowned a vulture. And then for the last one, we have Ripe and Catharsis. And all I could think about for Ripe was bananas. I love bananas. I put some bananas in the same room as me, and I will probably eat all of them in 2 days, maybe 3 if there's a lot of them. But I will eat them. And I prefer bananas when they're more ripe, so when they have some black spots on them. So I thought about how a lot of people don't like that. And I made this scene where you have a scale. So, catharsis, you're like considering something. And like to come to a solution is how I think of it. So I was thinking about this scale that has ripe bananas on one side and not ripe bananas on the other side, but they're the same number of bananas. And of course, someone pushes down on the unripe bananas to make them seem the better of the two, because more is better, so obviously heavier is better. And then there's a nice still life painting of a perfect banana. I don't know, it's another funny one for me. And that's it. That's Inktober. That's 31 ink paintings. It's been great. Stay tuned for a quicker flip through of them. So if you're not really into these longer videos, where you see the process. We'll just kind of flip through them, and I'll talk about, you know, just little tidbits about each one, and then that will come out on Saturday. So keep an eye out for that. If you enjoy my videos, subscribe. If you like this video, drop a like, and thank you for stopping by. See you next time.